Big up everyone. Sorry, my mic was on mute. Don't know why, but big up everyone. What can I say? What a brilliant way to start a Sunday sit-back session. Manchester City dropping points. Choked in the second half against Spurs. Brentford holding Aston Villa. And all good. And yes, people, what can I say? Absolutely blinding weekend so far. And I'm going to hold my hands up. I said that we'd lose at Leeds, Elland Road 2-1. And we didn't. We got the job done. Brilliant. Yeah, we stumbled across the line on the first goal, coming from a corner. Then it gets played out. Madueke chips the ball in, and Zubimendi getting his head on it. And then the second goal was a bit of calamitous from the goalkeeper. But listen, I don't care how they go in as long as they hit the back of the net, people. That's all that matters. And then Gyökeres getting on the score sheet with a good finish, gets in front of his defender. And Jesus, lovely goal. Good footwork in the box. Drills it bottom corner. You can't ask for more than that. However, we have Marino on the injury list. Looks like he's going to be struggling for the rest of the season. We probably won't see him. I'd be very much surprised if he's even back before the end of the season. It's quite a serious injury. Are we going to miss him? Who knows? It depends on what other injuries we get. If we get injuries to Jesus and Gyökeres, we're going to miss him in that kind of number 9 role, if you like. As in midfield, I don't think we are. You know, we've got Havertz that has come back, and we've got Norgard that can step in midfield. So I don't think he's going to be that much of a miss in midfield. But again, any player that's going to get injured from now on in is going to be monitored severely. We're going to need all our squad going into the latter stages of the Premiership. Games are going to come thick and fast. You're batting on all fronts. You've got FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League. You're going to need players fit. Saka, apparently in warm-up, I don't think so. I reckon he had an injury before that. It is what it is. Injuries is part and parcel of being an Arsenal fan. You know, this is what this club is all about at the moment. You know, it's one step forward with results, but then it's 2 steps backwards with injuries. And it's concerning. It's concerning, people. But I understand footballers get injured. I understand it's part of the process. I understand that it's on the risk assessment. But a lot of these injuries have been avoidable through rotations and what we could have done in the beginning. We could have rotated the players more so that the players were a lot fresher and they didn't fall down to injuries. But it is what it is, people. But big up everyone that's in. It's happy Sunday. It's one of those Sundays where just results has gone for us. And football just throws you over the edge. Every single time you're up and you're down. We come out the Liverpool game and we're all a little bit flat. We come out the Forest game and we're all a little bit flat. The Man United game was an absolute disaster. We were well and truly flat and trampled on. And then we're thinking, hang on a minute, this league is wide open. It's left the door open again for Manchester City to step in. We travelled to Elland Road. The first 15, 20 minutes, there weren't really a lot in it, if I'm going to be honest with you. And then I'm thinking to myself, come on, let's just get the job done. Let's just get 3 points and just put the pressure on Man City. And we do that. We do it convincingly. We win 4-0. And then the pressure's on Man City. And we all know what happens. Aston Villa, I suppose, are in a title race, if you want to call it that. I'm not so confident with Aston Villa. I think their squad will catch up with them eventually, and I think that will be their kind of downfall, but I'm not writing them off. They're obviously one to watch. There's still plenty of games left. There's still plenty of points to play for. So, we'll see. It's going to be interesting. I'm still keeping my feet firmly on the floor. I'm not getting carried away. I can't get carried away just yet because I've seen what's happened in the past. However, I'm a lot more positive now than what I was last week. So that's a bonus. That's a bonus, people. That's a bonus. But big up everyone that's in. Carl, you're in. Big up. DJB, big up. I was pleasantly surprised yesterday, bro. I was, Carl. I've got to admit, I thought it was going to be a banana skin. And let me clarify it, because otherwise people will start getting on, oh, you're negative and it doesn't matter what we do. You're always putting us down. I look at it, and as everyone knows, from a football point of view, the way we played against Liverpool, the way we played against Nottingham Forest, and the way we played against Manchester United, taking my Arsenal hat off, I was just looking at it through an eyes of a football fan. We wasn't going into Elland Road in good form. Leeds were in good form. 1 in 10. I think their home form has been very, very good. And that is the reason why I predicted that this could be a game where we slip up. And that's why I predicted a Leeds win, because I thought Leeds would come at us. And, you know, I just thought the way we were going into the game, I wasn't confident. You know. And I was wrong. You know, we went into it and Zubamendi turned up. Still question marks defensively. I think if you see in the first half, Leeds had a shot and he didn't get out to him quick enough, and he turned his back on him again. Yeah, we got away with it. Other times you might not be getting away with it. Other than that, I thought he had a good game, took his goal really, really well. Gorkarez looked busy, took his goal really, really well. Madueke, fits and starts. Jury's still out with me on him. I'm not going to get carried away down the Madueke road. Put a few good crosses in, but still end product for me. Martinelli showed you that he's worth it off the bench. Brilliant off the bench. Won't be able to rely on him for 90 minutes. I'm sorry, won't be able to rely on him for 90 minutes. I thought Saliba was excellent. Timber had a brilliant game as well. So all in all, pretty solid, pretty comfortable. And I was pleasantly surprised. But big up Cole that's in. Kawaja, always in. Nicholas, big up my friend. DJB, you was muted. I know, StreamYard playing all sorts. I'd lost connection as well. I was struggling to get live, to be honest with you. I was pressing buttons and all sorts, and it weren't going live. Big up the Binks. Don't forget Tuesday, Binks 114. I think Aaron's popping round. I will be there. Be looking forward to seeing you. Apparently, we've got Chelsea fans occupying a large section of where we sit, because we have to allocate away fans in cup games, the section where we sit. I think it's all corporates and all of that, but there will be away fans near us. 112, I think they're occupying. But we'll see. That'll be interesting. But good evening, everyone. Batter, yeah, I mean, listen, big up KHX Hield. Hope you're well. Welcome to the community. Just would like to say, everyone that's subbed recently and everyone that's still following me, I really much appreciated. This is the Sunday sit back. This is what it's all about, people. Just sitting back on a Sunday, having a little chat about the football. Listen, you can't ask for more than what we've seen this weekend. You really, really can't. Marino out. We need a loan till the end of the season. I don't know. Who are you going to get in on loan? I mean, it might be a chance for Norgard to come and step in and do a job if needed, to be honest with you. I'd like to think that we can trust Norgard to come in and do a job. The only thing I think we'll miss Marino in, if anything happens to Jesus and Gorkarez, and we need that cover up front, we need that number 9 position up front, then, Marino's been useful up front, hasn't he, as a kind of makeshift centre forward. That's the only area I can see, really. As for midfield, I'm not really going to lose sleep over it, if I'm honest with you. I'm not really going to lose sleep over it. I'm not really a big Marino fan, and I'm being brutally honest. I'm not really a big Marino fan. He's not one player that's on the sick bed and I'm losing sleep over. I hope he has a speedy recovery. I know we need our squad depth. I'm fully aware that we need all our squad, but I'm not losing sleep over Marino not being available. Big up to Luke. Big up, my friend. What annoys me most, yes, a decent away win, but the loss at home to United is now forgotten about. We should be 8-10 points clear. I agree. I do agree with that 100%. If we'd have got our job done against Man United, we'd be sitting here now pretty much league in our own hands, to be honest with you. It is frustrating. However, we are still clear. We have opened up the gap slightly. It's not a big gap. It's nothing to get excited about. We can't do all singing, all dancing. We're not running around the streets at the moment, but it is a gap. It is a gap. I think it's ours to lose now, personally. I think it's ours to lose. If this manager loses it from here, he should not be getting another job anywhere. He might as well go into politics or something. He should not be getting another job. No football manager with the squad depth we've got and the lead we have and the fixtures we have, no disrespect to the team we're playing, should lose the Premiership from now on in. There'd be no excuses for me. And I don't care how much you want this manager to stay at the football club. I don't care how much you adore this football manager. In no walk of footballing life can you defend losing the league from here. You just can't defend it. You can't defend it. Big up Aces. Always, my friend. ACG66, evening DJB and everyone. I heard Berta is looking for a loan deal to cover Marino. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, look, if you can get a loan deal in, if he's going to improve the squad, I'm all for it. If you're going to get a loan deal in just for the sake of it, I'm not. I don't want a donkey being replaced with a donkey in midfield. If you're gonna get a loan deal, go and get me someone that's effective. E20 zone, brother. Oh no, my heart went out to you guys yesterday. E20 zone, go and follow him. He does a brilliant watch along for West Ham. I don't know how he kept his head yesterday. I really don't. They're 2-0 up. They're cruising. They're 2-0 up. They're cruising. How many times have they blown it in the second half and in the final minutes? They just can't see a game out. And it could, at the moment, it looks like Millwall are going into the Premiership and West Ham are going down into the Championship. But Forest didn't capitalise on it, so it's still wide open, I suppose. It's as exciting down the bottom as it is at the top. So we'll see. But at the moment, you're 6 points adrift now and you've got a nasty fixture list coming up. So big up to you, my friend. I felt your pain, brother. Mikel Merino is expected to be out for a considerable... But I think he's out for the rest of the season, Kawaja. I think he's out for the rest of the season. Me personally, I don't think we're going to see much of Merino. I think it's more serious than what they're reporting. I think it's a break in a kind of nasty area on the, that don't heal very, very quickly, and it needs a little bit of rehabilitation because it can cause all sorts of problems. So we'll see. Big up to everyone that's locked in as well. Robbie, big up, my friend. No, no meds till Tuesday. Honestly, Tuesday's going to be rocking. Chelsea have got something about them. And I said this the other day. This is not going to be an easy game. I'd have liked to have gone in there with a 2-goal advantage, but we've only got the 1-goal advantage. Chelsea have got their... There's something about Chelsea at the moment. This manager, I don't know what he's done. You can say what you like about him. PE teacher settings, you can say whatever you like. He's got something out of him. There is something that he has done that's kind of got this Chelsea believing they can't lose games. And that's worrying. And then, as I said, they're going to rock up at the Emirates. They're going to got nothing to lose. They're out. At the moment, they're out. They're out the competition. They're losing. They're out. So they've got nothing to lose. No one's expecting them to go and win. No one's expecting them to do anything on Tuesday. So they can play with a bit of freedom. And we saw what happened with Man United when they rocked up at the Emirates with nothing to lose. The trouble is with Arsenal at the moment is we're not consistently putting a run of games together that's convincing. We're having a brilliant second half against Aston Villa and then turning out dross. We've had a brilliant game against Leeds. Can we continue that form? We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Ruben Neves would be a great signing if we can get it done. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Get me quality. I don't want no Drosses on loan. If you're going to go and get a loan, I don't want no Raheem Sterling sort of. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather not. But listen, we got Norgard. We got Norgard as a replacement in midfield. I think he's better than Marino in midfield anyway. Big up the Lynch, my friend. Big up the Lynch. Big ups, Mr. DJB. Hope you're well. Come on, you Gunners. Top of the league where we belong. 100% Lynch. It's a good Sunday sit back, my friend. It's a good Sunday sit back. At the moment, I'm positive. Reasons to be cheerful. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, great Ian Jury. Why can't you be? Listen, I'm happy days tonight. This club gets me down sometimes, and there's a reason to be happy. And listen, it may last, it might not last, but at the moment, 6 points clear. I'm enjoying my Sunday evening, brother. I'm enjoying my Sunday evening. Come on, you Spurs. Oh dear. Oh dear. Tommy Frank. I'm telling you now, right? If they stick with that man, he's going to do okay for Spurs. He's going to do okay for Spurs. I've said it all along. He's a good manager. Great performance against Leeds. That was a tough place. Yeah, good performance. We helped our brothers out, West Ham. We beat Leeds. And all West Ham had to do was hang on to that 2-0 lead. And it's wide open. Big up Andy Kershaw. Hope you're well. Yeah, big up to you, my friend. Welcome. Make sure you're smashing a like. 51 in. Arsenal in the final Tuesday. Arsenal beat Sunderland Saturday. Liverpool beat City on Sunday. I'm calling. I don't normally say these things. I've got a feeling. AFC, listen, you go with your gut. That's what I keep saying, brother. You go with your gut. That's what I do. I say it as it is. You say it as it is, and you hold your hands up. I've held my hands up. I predicted a Leeds 2-1 win. I was wrong. I just went with my football brain. I went with Arsenal's current form going into that game and Leeds' current form. And Leeds' current form had the edge on us. And I just thought we was looking a bit nervy in the Premiership. I thought a lot of the games we were playing against Liverpool and Man United, we was looking kind of nervous. We wasn't really flowing. Nothing was really clicking. So I predicted a 2-1 win Leeds. I was wrong. We went and battered them. Fair play. Hold my hands up. Well done, Mikel Arteta. Well done, the football team. Well done, Gyökeres. I still want him to do a little bit more. Before I'm 100% convinced. I think there's a goal scorer there. I think there's an absolute goal scorer there. And I think stick with him. I've said this time and time again. I don't want to revert back to Havertz up front. I don't want to revert back to Gabriel Jesus being our main man. I want to stick with Gyökeres. That's the reason why we wanted him at the football club. So I'm going to stick by him, but if he doesn't produce, question marks have got to be had. So we'll see. AFC 1987, I believe that as well, mate. Yeah, I mean, it could be a really solid weekend next weekend. It could be absolute solid next weekend. Big up legends, Arsenal women. Just going to get onto this Storm still. Big up, my friend. Make sure that you sub, smash a like on it as well. It does help the channel. Congratulations, Arsenal's women. Congratulations, Arsenal women. I don't think they get the credit they deserve, to be honest. History makers. Here we go. Let's get this up. Here we go. Let's have a little look here. We get that rubbish off there, that's for sure. Where are we? Let's get the history makers up here. This is a moment in time, people. We're going to share this with you. There we go. Big up the Arsenal winning women. History makers. Here they are. All their glory. Well done. Well done. Yeah. What can we say? What can we say, people? There they go. We have become the first ever winners of the tournament after beating Corinthians in the final at the Arsenal Stadium. And Arsene Wenger, there he is doing his bit, leading the way. So the women make history. And congratulations to the Arsenal women. Congratulations to the Arsenal women. Let's hope Arsenal men can make some history as well. If not, I want the Arsenal women as manager. I want the coach, head coach, as our manager. There we are. Big up to Arsenal's women, people. Big up to everyone. Yeah, I mean, why can't a woman coach? I believe it's going to happen in the Premiership. I think if you're good enough, it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. If you're good enough and you know your conkers and you know what to do, and you get the team playing and you play a certain way, football's football, whether it's men's or women's. Ball goes in one net, keep it out the other net. You know, why not? Why not? I think it's going to happen. It's only a matter of when. We showed some backbone. Let's be honest. Very few of us had a win, me included. Lynch, we did show some backbone, and we're going to need it. We're going to need plenty of backbone going forward, Lynch. You know, we've got some tricky games coming up. Let's not disrespect the games we've got coming up. We've still got to go North London Derby away. We've still got to go to the Etihad. We've still got to go to West Ham. You know, and they seem to be kind of getting their act together. I know results haven't gone for them recently, but, you know, that was a pretty impressive first half against Chelsea, West Ham. That's not going to be an easy place to go. They're fighting for points. So there's some tricky games left. There's still some tricky games left. Yeah, Madueke given a goal. How? I don't see it. I don't see it. You know, he'll take it. It'll go down as a Madueke goal, but really, come on, man. You saw that goal. You saw what the goalkeeper's done. He's had an absolute hailer. There is no way you're giving that to Madueke. Not in my book. I might be wrong, but I can't give that to Madueke. That's not a Madueke goal. Big up DJB chat from Costco. Definitely was surprised Leeds didn't give us more a go, but also surprising results today too. Though can't focus on the ops, just what's in front of us. Doc, I've been saying this. I'm not looking at what Man City do now. It's all about what Arsenal do now. If Arsenal now can march on from here, string 4 or 5 results together, I think it's done. I think it's done. If we can go 5 wins, straight wins now, that's it. We're done. We're over the line. It will take an absolute catastrophe for us to lose this league. If we can go 5 straight wins now. So if we beat Sunderland, go on to the next game, win that. Next game, win that. It's ours. It's ours to lose. If this manager, I'm telling you now, if this manager loses this league from today, sack him. Sack him. Yeah, but he's going to win if he wins the FA Cup and Carabao Cup and loses in the Champions League final on penalties, you can't sack him. You can. Oh, 100% you can. 100%. You don't lose Premiership titles from this position. I'm sorry. You just don't do it. You don't do it. Not again. Not again. Give Rene Sleggers a statue. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That'd be good, wouldn't it? That'd be good. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. We'll see you there. Yeah, 100%, Binks. 100%. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to Tuesday night. I hope it ain't raining, though. I can't stand it when it's raining. Big up, DJB. Sleggers has now won more than Arteta. Congrats to the Arsenal ladies. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people have won more than Arteta, to be honest. That's a joke. Chelsea fans close to you. I'm pretty sure they are, because in the Champions League, we have to, where I sit, there's a big section in front of me that's for the away fans, for wives, girlfriends, corporates, and CEOs of the club, and they've got all that in. But I'm pretty sure. Let me have a look, guys, because someone sent me a link. Was it my son that sent me? Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure, right? So here we go. Look, I'll try and. Yeah, so they've got. Let's plug it. Hang on, guys. Let's plug me in. Yeah, so they've got the top end, right? 112. They've got a whole section in 112. The away fans. You know, they've put safe standing here. That is the corner to the left of us. So where I sit, to the left of us on the corner, underneath the scoreboard, underneath the big screen, right on the corner, up a tier, right on the corner by the clock end, they've got that whole section. They've got a safe section there. That's where they'll be standing. So it's going to the atmosphere is going to be unbelievable. Unbelievable, people. Spurs there, beautiful. Lynch, good old Spurs. Well done, the Spurs. Garner Spurs. Oh, dear. All them fans, eh? All them fans that season when we were playing Man City and they were wearing Man City shirts, eh? Eh? All them Arsenal fans wearing Spurs shirts as well. It's a funny old world. It's a funny old game, Saint. Fully agreed, AFC always. Big up to everyone that's in. Rather be 6 points clear than 6 points behind. That's the way to look at it. That's the way to look at it, brother. That is the only way to look at it. I'd rather be 6 points clear than 6 points behind. However, it should have been a lot better than that. It should have been 8, 10. We should be sitting here 11 points clear. I should be sitting here thinking, right, what am I going to do now? Let's not worry about the Premiership. That's done. Let's go win the Champions League. Evening, DJB. I'm 80% sure Arsenal will win the Championship now. What about you? Aussie Ange? I wouldn't say I'm up to 80%. I'm not 80% yet, if I'm going to be brutally honest with you. And I'll tell you why. Again, if you look at a football side of things, a lot can happen. We've heard Marino out injured now till the end of the season, probably. If that happens to Gorkarez, if that happens to Rice, if Rice picks up an injury, if Timber picks up an injury, if Saliba picks up an injury, if we lose 2 or 3 players with injuries, and then you have a couple of bad results, suddenly it can spin on its head. It can spin on its head. So, you know, it's still only early February. I think I'll be 80%. If we're 6 points clear going into kind of second week in March, then I'll start getting towards that 80%. But right now, early Feb, I'm not quite there yet. But listen, if you are, fair play to you, my friend. Fair play to you. And I can understand why. Totally get it. Totally get it. Can't believe Chelsea nicked that, nor can I. Can't believe it. I ain't holding my breath, guys. The title is still up in the air. Nicholas, it is still up in the air. Anything can happen. Pick up DJ. Adam Horn, big up my friend. Marino will be in a moon boot. Mate, he'll be in all sorts of boots, my friend. He'll probably play better in a moon boot than he does his football boots in midfield, to be honest with you. I watched the Spurs City game. It was quite strange watching Haaland hugging and joking around with Ndogi at the end of the game. Something isn't right in the City this year. Ijab, something's not right in football. They're all too friendly for me, my friend. I'm old school. All this hugging and laughing, joking with one another in the tunnel before the game, after the game, hugs here, hugs there. It's just not me. I'm just not into all of that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm a bit Roy Keane. When you play a football match, you go to war, don't you? In the bar afterwards, away from the cameras, you have a little drink and have a little joke. But on the football field, it's all too pretty. It's all too nice football nowadays for me. It's all too nice. It's not ruthless enough. Egypt, I think Ireland just gave up. He's not in good form at the moment. He's not in good form at the moment. I was surprised City threw that away. I was really shocked. I was really shocked. But then if you look at the grand scheme of things, right, is that not a bad point away from home? Have they gained a point or lost 2 points? I suppose looking at Arsenal's win, you'd say they've lost 2 points. But at the start of the season, when you look at the fixtures, a point away against Spurs, it's probably not that bad. It's just hurt City more because we've gone to Leeds and won. And we're ahead in the title. I mean, it has hurt them, yeah, but I don't know. If we get a point against our North London rivals at the Spurs Stadium, is it a bad point? I always think if you take a point away from home against your top 6 teams, it's not that bad. It just depends what type of season it is and how it affects you going forward in the league. But you get a point at Anfield, you take it. You take a point at Old Trafford at the start of the season. You take a point at the Etihad at the start of the season. You take a point at Spurs at the start of the season. Stamford Bridge, if you like. If you beat them at home, that's the key. You've got to beat them at home. And we haven't beaten Liverpool at home, and we haven't beaten Man United at home. And we haven't beaten City at home. So that's the reason why you've got to go away and win. If you do your homework and you get 3 points at home, you take a point away all day long. Listen, City ain't finished yet. Trust me, City are not finished yet. They'll come again. We need to get them. West Ham battered them for 50 minutes yesterday. 100%. 100%. I think that first, I know I say it a lot, but that first goal is key on Tuesday night, people. That first goal is absolutely key. If Chelsea get it and it's 3-3 on aggregate, it's game on. If we get it, it could be game over. It could be game over. So that first goal is absolutely key. 100%. Big up DJB. Manager got it right against Leeds. Ain't over yet, though. Jan 2023, City were far behind and Haaland was the problem. They couldn't work out after losing away at Spurs in May. They won the treble. Giulio Ishii 751. I can't disagree. It's a fair comment and a good comment. This is why we've got to keep our feet on the ground, brother. This is why we've got to keep our feet firmly on the ground. Because it can happen. It can happen to any football team, and it's happened to us. So 100%, Haaland weren't firing. 2023, we were flying. You know, they lost. They lost against Spurs. I remember it, and suddenly it was the end of the world. And then they came back and won the treble. So yeah, big up to you, my friend. Good reminder. Good reminder. Big up the Icy Spicy. How you doing? Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's well. Bless Icy Spicy. Icy Spicy's in as well. Ryan, you guys think we're signing anyone? I don't think so, personally. I don't think we're signing anyone. If we can get an absolute bargain on loan, possibly. But is anyone losing sleep over the Marino injury? Because I'm not particularly. I'm not really. You know, it's tragic for Marino that he's out for the rest of the season, potentially, but I'm not really losing sleep over it, to be honest with you. The scenes when we signed Ox, get the Ox in. He's been training with us, hasn't he? Put the Ox in there. Why not? Give him a go. Can he be any worse? Faults on Incape? Yeah. He does the job, doesn't he? He does exactly what he says on the tin. He defends. That's it. I don't think he's technically brilliant, but you know, I'll call him an upper class Kolasinac. But yeah, listen, he defends, does what's needed. Going forward, is he an adequate replacement for Saliba and Gabriel? I don't think so. I think we need more quality than Hincapié. I don't think Hincapié and Mosquera are going to be the two centre halves going forward in my book. You know, when you're looking at Saliba and Gabriel, two Colossus, brilliant defenders, probably two of the best pairing. They're up there in Europe. Are Hincapié and Mosquera adequate replacements? They are on a couple of games if one of them's injured. But the future partnership going forward for Arsenal Football Club, I think we've got to do better. I think we've got to sign better. Personally, job done. Time to go. Time to go. Return my Spurs kit now. Don't ever wear a Spurs kit, man. Don't ever lower yourself. Always rated Frank Lynch. I've always rated Frank. We love being wrong. Yeah, absolutely. We can't be wrong, can we? We can't be wrong. We're going to be happy days no matter what happens. Don't matter what happens. We're going to have silverware. We're going to be over the moon, jumping around, enjoying it. And if the manager don't get us over the line, we'll have someone that can. So we're all happy days no matter what. Big up, my friend. Glad you've joined us. Redemption City still play Liverpool. I don't see them beating Paul at Anfield. Do you? Do you know what? Honestly, this Premiership this season, I don't know if it's me or I don't know whether it's anyone else, but I just don't know. Liverpool could rock up and beat them 5-0. City could turn them over 3-0. I just don't know. This Premiership this season has probably been the most up and down and unconvincing of all. I'll take winning it because that's all that matters. But it ain't been brilliant, has it? Let's be honest. It's been pretty poor. The top six have been pretty poor. Let's be honest. Spurs have been poor. City have been poor. Liverpool have been poor. Chelsea have been poor. Man United have been poor until, they've won 3 out of 3. But, you know where I'm coming from. No one's really grabbed it by the scruff of the neck. So I don't really know. I'm going to sit on the fence and say that's going to be a draw. All we have to do is match their results. City are just not that good. City are just not that good. No. But we ain't been convincing. Let's be honest. We've pulled some brilliant results out of the bag, but we haven't been silky smooth convincing, have we? We haven't been like a Rolls Royce purring through the games. We've been a bit bitty. We haven't really kind of been exciting. We're getting the job done. We're picking up points, and we're we're kind of going through the motions because the other teams are not doing very, very well. But it's not been a fantastic Premier League, if I'm going to be honest with you. But we'll take it. We'll take it all day long. We'll take it. But we're still losing to Chelsea. Ask me tomorrow. Listen, I'm sure I'll get asked on the OGs tomorrow night on Aaron's show tomorrow. Ask me tomorrow because right now I'm in a happy place. I'm in a happy place, people. And, I can't be... I'm not going to be put off with... I'm not going to think about Chelsea at the moment. I can't think about Chelsea at the moment. I'm impressed with Chelsea from what I'm seeing at the moment. And that's worrying. Victor will get 15 goals. Yeah, I predicted 15 goals. That's it. He might 15, 16. One thing's for sure. Gyökeres is not scoring over 20 goals this season. He's not getting the 22, 25, 30 goals that all certain Arsenal fans were predicting. No way. 61 in, guys. Please slap a like on it. And if you haven't subbed, cost nothing. Put a sub on it. Have a strong feeling this manager will revert back to Havertz up front. It's coming sooner or later. One injury away. One injury away, brother. One injury. Jesus goes down or Victor, and he's up front. I think start him in the 10. I've not seen enough of Odegaard and Eze. Oh, can we talk honestly? What's happened to Eze, man? What has happened to Eze? He just don't look right, does he? Let's be honest with you. Let's be honest. He just does not look Eze type. Do you know what I mean? He's just, yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Let's have a look at this. I hope you can all still see me. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't get that up. I was going to get that up. But yeah, no, apparently the section of the stands is going to be Chelsea on Tuesday. So they're going to have a big away following. So the atmosphere is going to be electric. Atmosphere is going to be electric on Tuesday night. It's going to be absolutely rocking. Yeah, I just don't want to talk about it. Not at the moment. Not at the moment. But I will talk about, yeah, you know where I'm coming from, people. I can't predict a score, though. I can't, not at the moment. Hi, DJB. I love you, brother. Big up, my friend. And to you. I hope you're well. I hope your family's well. I hope your weekend's going well, my friend. Big up to you. Big win versus the Corinthians. Massive, massive. Congratulations to the Arsenal women. Absolute brilliant. What can you say? It's football. It's football. Whether it's women, whether it's men, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If they're wearing an Arsenal shirt, I want them to win. I want them to win. You know, under 16s Arsenal shirt, they win. Youth team, reserves. You've got an Arsenal shirt on and you're playing football, go and win. Go and win. That's the standards I have for my football team, no matter who's playing. Good evening, DJ. Bav the Ripper, always a pleasure, my friend. Always. DJB, did you see Mark Cucurella getting thrown by a Domature in the West Ham? Yeah. He's a big lad, Ultraore, mate. He's a big lad. Yeah. Yeah. Cucurella is annoying, though, isn't he? Do you know that Mark Cucurella? He's one of them players you'd love on your team, but you hate playing against, isn't he? He's a right annoying. I remember when he was at Brighton and he come to the Emirates, he was like, oh, he's one of them players that's like really annoys you. You just want to go, just tackle him, just hit him, you know? He is really annoying, but he's a good player. He's a good fullback, this old Cucurella. You know? He is annoying, though. Hi, DJ. Slegger's won another trophy with Arsenal women's. What phase is she in? There you go. There you go. We should get her as manager, DJB. Congrats to Arsenal's women. It's coming. It's coming. Listen, I have no problem with women coaches managing men's teams. I think if you're good enough, give it a go. Give it a go. Lynch, score. You want me to predict a score for Tuesday? Look, as it's you, Lynch, I'll predict a score. Penalties. Penalty shootout. How about that? It'll be a draw. I've got a feeling it's going to go all the way. I've got a feeling this one's going to go all the way. This is going to be one of them, people. This is going to be one of them. Yeah? That's what I predict on Tuesday. Everyone doing this. Everyone doing this. And this. That's Tuesday's prediction. Telling you. Penalty shootout. It's a year. I hope so, Lynch. I hope so, brother. I hope so. If it's not, if he doesn't win the Premiership from here, I don't know how anyone can defend him. I really don't. There is nothing you could say to me to convince me this manager should be at this football club if he doesn't win the Premiership. And I'm talking football. I'm not talking personal. I'm not talking Arteta. I'm just talking about a football manager at a massive club with a big squad, with £1 billion spent on it. If you do not win the Football League right now from this position, I'm sorry. You've just got to walk out of the football club. You go. You go. It's as simple as that. And if the owners don't sack him, then I want the owners removed from the football club as well. Simple as that. You don't lose the league from this position. No. No. And and I'll tell you what, any fan that defends him, you follow him out the door. I don't even want you a fan of the football club. And if you're making excuses, then you don't deserve to follow this football club. And that is no disrespect to anyone. That is just logical thinking. Because if you do follow the football club and you have this manager here and he fails to win the Premiership and you're still backing him, then your standards for this football club is not where it should be to support them. Simple as that. Simple. And I don't care whether you're 10, 12, 15, 25, 34, 54, 64. I don't care what age you are. Your standards are not with this football club if you still carry on backing this manager and he fails to win the Premiership. Simple as that. I don't know about that. Men's and women's games are way different. They are different, Lynch. They are different. And I'll give you that and I'll respect that. They are different, obviously. But the fundamentals are still the same. The way you coach players and the tactics. If you was to take away the physicality of what goes on the pitch and just look at the fundamentals and the tactics to win a football match, it's still the same. Your half-time team talk and how you set up a team to play football is the same way whether they're men or women, because the game is still the same. You keep it out of one net and you score in the other. So fundamentally, everything's the same. It's just the different sexes that are playing it. So really, from a coaching point of view, it's no different. It's no different. Physically, once the game gets started, it is different. It's faster. It's more physical. All of that is different. I get that. But the fundamentals, the nuts and bolts of coaching a football team is the same logic. You know? I hope I've made sense, Lynch, and not bored you with that, brother. Men coach and women's games equally. Yeah. Yeah, the fundamentals are still, it's like driving a car, isn't it? It's like driving a car. You know? A manual car. Still the same. Still the same fundamentals, whether you're driving an Aston Martin or whether you're driving a Ford Focus. Changing gears and driving, indicating, is still the same. Whether you've got a man driving it or whether you've got a woman driving it, still the same. And that's the same with football. All tactically, the fundamental part of the game is all there. It's just the physicality once you cross the white line. So for me personally, I don't see a problem with women coaching football. If they're good enough, take it. 100%. I'll tell you now, I reckon there's women coaches out there that are far better than men. 100%. 100%. Bev, I think 8 depends on the personality. A lot of the male commentators are ropey as well. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't want to get into the kind of men versus women thing because it's just not me, because that's not, I think everyone should be treated the same. However, I mean, there are women kind of pundits that kind of, I think to myself, no. But then there's men pundits, I think the same. So there's good and bad in both. There's good and bad in both, you know. So, yeah, is what it is. But let's get these. Big up to everyone. T. Guna, thank you very much, my friend, as always. Absolute legend. Would you settle for the league and nothing else? T. Dot, if we win the league and nothing else, I'll take it. As long as the manager gets shown the door. That's all I care about. Because for me, winning one cup is not good enough. He's got to win two. He's got to win a major and one other, whether that's the Carabao or the FA Cup. For me, anyway. And I've said I understand completely giving this manager another year if he wins the Premiership or the Champions League. I get that. I don't want no madness of 3 and 5 year contracts with this manager. Because I personally don't believe that this manager will be able to retain the consistency in the next 3-5 years. I don't think he's got it in him. I think he'll get stale. I think the players will get stale. I think tactically he will get stale. I don't think he can go any further. This is it this season for me with the manager. Win the trophies, one more season, see you later. Me, it'd be win the trophies, see you later, start again. Have someone fresh in. That's where I stand, and that's where I've always stood. I didn't want him here at the start of the season. But I get it. I get if he wins a major trophy, he's going to be given time to try and build on that. And I get that. I just don't think he can. But big up to you, my friend, as always. Joseph Conagold, absolute legend, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. It is much appreciated. Big up, DJB. Hope you're keeping well. Senegal said Havertz and Noni were subs that interesting since they started. Oh, man. Honestly, I don't know how this Igal, oh no, I've mentioned his name. Damn, it's like Voldemort, isn't it? I don't know how this guy gets the followers and the clicks and everything he gets. Look, big up to him if he does, but I don't know who's worse. I don't know who's worse, whether it's him or the people that follow him. I don't know. I don't know. He's just not for me. He's just not for me. He's not my cup of tea. I just don't really involve myself with him. If he don't have to agree with me what I say. I don't listen to what he says. If he listens to what I say, big up Igal. Yeah, that's it. I don't cuss him. I don't disrespect him. I just don't. He's just not in my. He's just not in my remit. He really ain't. But big up everyone that's in. Thank you for your super chats. Much appreciated. Remember when Roy Keane was staring out the tunnel while Haaland was next to him in the tunnel, and the game he cleaned him up. Yeah, massively. Roy Keane, man, was a proper warrior, wasn't he? Proper warrior. No excuse. Blow a 2-goal lead, DJB, in a title race. No excuses. No excuses. Chicken Tot Spurs. Taffy, big up, my friend. Chicken Tot Spurs. Oh, man. Yeah. City never beat Spuds. No, that's a massive bogey team, isn't it? You know, when you say you got a bogey team, I mean, is there ever a bigger bogey team than Spurs to City? They just can't do them. I know we've had bogey teams over the years, haven't we? But we've turned them over. Like Brighton's been a bit of a bogey team. Palace used to be a bit of a bogey team as well. Could never do well at Palace or at home against Palace. But Spurs always seem to get the edge on Man City. Always. Apart from when we needed it. Yeah? And they didn't, did they? Dickheads. Next week, we can make it 9 points. Liverpool are flying. We can make it 9 points. But the question marks is, can we? We could have made it 9 points last week. We could have made it 8 points the week before. We didn't. We failed. So we'll have to wait and see. Big up, Rich. Big up, Rich, my friend. Make sure you go and follow Rich. He's doing some good stuff. And big up to you, my friend. Big up, DJB. Smash the likes. Big up the chat. When our players express themselves, we can beat anyone because how good we can be at defending. Arteta cannot mess this up for us. 100%, my friend. 100%. Why has it taken him this long to realise that these players have got to play with freedom? Get the players to play football. Get them to go and express themselves and enjoy themselves. We will beat most teams. We might have an off day. We might drop points. But if this team is free-flowing and it's enjoying itself and it's doing all sorts of things, we can beat most teams. So why is the manager constantly changing it and making life difficult? Shouldn't be happening. Should not be happening. I'm happy to sit in certain games and bore the place to pieces. Yeah, I'm happy to do that in certain games. But this Premiership, we're capable of beating most teams with the squad we've got. We're capable of beating most teams. We shouldn't be scared of anyone. Go and play. Go and play. And you're right, if he messes it up now, he's got to go, brother. He's got to go. But I tell you what, Tuesday night's going to be telling. It's going to be absolutely massive. That could have a big effect on our Premiership. If we go out that semi-final against Chelsea and they're singing and dancing and all them fans are locked in the stadium and they're all making all sorts of madness around me, that could have a massive, massive effect on this football team. Because suddenly the mental psyche side of things will start to play. Here we go again. We've been dumped out of a trophy. Are we going to get over the line? And then suddenly going into that Sunderland game the weekend looks a whole lot different. This is why this winning this Carabao Cup is so important. So important. Because it could really affect you going forward. It sets the pace 100%. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we shit the bed against Chelsea midweek. No, I wouldn't. It wouldn't surprise me. I just hope it don't happen. It wouldn't surprise me. I just hope it don't happen. We need own goals and set pieces in this match Tuesday. Kawaja, you know, didn't you? And it bad, isn't it? And it bad. Own goals and set pieces. That's all that gets us on our way. I mean, we didn't really look threatening until that goal went in, did we, really, at Leeds? And it just sets us on our way. And then we score an own goal. It weren't Madueke's goal. The keeper's punched it in his own net. Come on. Yeah. And then the floodgates open and then we start relaxing and start playing football. Up until then, it was a bit kind of squeaky, wasn't it? Yeah. Chelsea are weak at set pieces. We're not. We can be vulnerable. We can be vulnerable. Big up again, Rich. It's time now to see Miles Lewis-Skelly in midfield. That can be an option now. Marino's injured, 100%. 100%. This is why I don't think we need a loan signing, Rich. I don't think we need a loan signing. You got Skelly and you've also got Norgard. I wouldn't waste time on a loan signing. DJB, what if we lose Rice? Exactly. Suddenly it's all turned on its head. That's just what I'm saying. You just gotta keep it simple. Keep your feet on the ground. Let's see how we go. Bless up, DJB. Good win for us. Let's just take the game by game. That's all I've been doing all season. All season, just game by game. I know it's an old cliche, but that's all I've been doing, brother. I can't get excited. You won't get me predicting quadruples. You won't get me predicting madness. I'm just keeping my feet on the ground because I know how much this manager's hurt me in the past. We know upsets are coming our way. We're just preparing. But as right now, everything is cold. Yeah, absolutely. Arteta H, yeah, 100%, my friend. 100%. We know we know there's a slippery slope. We just got to make sure we're at the top of the hill, like before we start sliding down, and it doesn't affect us too much. Push MLS into midfield, yeah, 100%. Why not? We need another midfielder by tomorrow. Sign loan, but bring Miles Lewis-Skelly. I can see where everyone's concerned about another midfielder. Because I suppose if Rice gets injured, you got Norgard. If Subamendi gets injured, yeah, I can see where people are coming from. 100%. Upper class Kolasinac isn't far off. Trouble 5 shooter, that's what I see him as. That's what I see in Cappy as. Upper class Kolasinac. That's it. He's got no technical ability. You ain't going to get in Cappe dribbling past 2 or 3 players, are you? Or bringing the ball down, putting a nice pass in, running out with the ball. He's a clumper. He's a Kolasinac. MLS is in and out. Rich 99 plus hasn't been consistent. He hasn't been consistent, but I think he's okay in midfield. I think he'll do better in midfield. He's a midfield player at the end of the day, isn't he? Man United could even overtake Man City. Imagine that. Imagine Man United finishing runners-up. That's madness. I'm 8% Arsenal will win the league this season. Beware Arteta will get a fresh 5-year deal if they win the title. Can you cope with that, DJB? Not really. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want this guy getting 5 years. I can't see Arteta retaining the title or winning another. No, honestly. 5 years brings him like, what, 11, 12 years at this football club? Too long in this modern day football for any manager. 11, 12 years is just madness for any manager now at a football club. It really is. Arsenal winning the title reminds me when Leicester won it. Teams down tools, transition, Leicester. It will be similar. I don't care what anyone says. It will be similar. It won't be rememberable for one of the most quality of premierships that you win. However, I've always said this. It doesn't matter. It's when you look back in history. People look back in history when Leicester won that title. They don't really look at the results. They look at that Leicester winning the Premiership, which for me is still one of the best achievements other than Nottingham Forest winning the European Cup from a football team. I don't care what anyone says. When you look at that Leicester team winning that Premiership that year, it's one of the best footballing performances in history. And they played some good football. Vardy was on fire. He was scoring goals for fun. They had a solid back four. You know, they had Tielemans in midfield, I think, at that time, didn't they? They had the brilliant winger. What was his name? I forget his name. Trying to tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. Brilliant player who I wanted to sign. They had Kante as well, didn't they, at Leicester? I mean, what a baller he was. Oh, my God. I mean, big up to Leicester. I mean, you can't take it away from them. So if we win it, we win it. We win it. We win it. But what are we going to do the following season? This is the problem. This is the problem. That's my worry with this manager long term. We are the only reason City even have a chance. It should be long over now. It should be way over now. We should be 11 points clear right now. Imagine City go 2 years without winning a trophy. I believe they may sack him at the end of the season. I think he's going anyway, to burst personally. I think Pep's going anyway. If I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Eze's not an Arsenal player. He's too big for him. I don't agree with the club's too big for him. I just don't think he's been used properly. I think he's someone that he's lost a lot of confidence. He's lost a lot of confidence in his football. A lot of confidence. Arsenal manager has diluted Eze. You'll know the way they treat him during the season. He can't afford to have errors. He's also instructions, yeah. Emmanuel Winkpa, it's killed him. Let's be honest. Eze should have gone to Spurs, shouldn't he? He should have gone to Spurs. He ain't going to the World Cup. We've even killed his World Cup chances. Eze needs to play more. I don't think he's going to. DJB, a lot of games we have been absolutely shocking. It hasn't been brilliant, Rich. It hasn't been brilliant. Anyone that's been following me, I've been saying it all along. It hasn't really been brilliant for the last 2 seasons. Even last season, it weren't brilliant. Let's be honest. That's why we was never really in the Premiership race. I know we finished runners up, but we weren't really in it. And we didn't do anything in the Cups, did we? So it hasn't been fantastic, to be honest with you. If it wasn't for Gabriel and Saliba, we would get beat a lot. They are key. They are key. Gabriel and Saliba are key. They stay fit till the end of the season. Massively. There's 3 players we can't afford to lose. And I'm going to say Saliba, I'm going to say Rice, and I'm going to say Timber. If we lose those 3 players, we could be looking at a completely different running to the end of the season. Imagine Arteta still has Arsenal. No, I can't. Aussie Ange. Don't do it to me, bruv. Don't do it to me. I can't have him here till 2031, brother. I can't. I'm sorry. Can defend this manager 100%. Must win, point blank, period. Lynch. You know it. You know it. I know it. The chat know it. And any real Arsenal fan that are in it for the right reasons knows it. If this guy blows the Premiership from now on, and I keep repeating it, he needs to be sacked on the spot. Yeah? He walks away from Selhurst Park with his P45, his bag of swag, see you later, and give him an Arsenal scarf to hang on his wall. That's it. Done. If City are winning, if we go to Selhurst Park and City have won the league, then I don't ever want to see this football manager at this football club ever. Don't even want to see him coming back as a like in years to come. You know, when they come back as a guest and they're sitting in the stands and all of that. Don't even want to see him. Don't even want to see him pitch side doing commentary. Nothing. Don't even want to see him sitting up in the TV. I don't want him anywhere near the Emirates if he blows this title. Nowhere near it. Eze has to be patient. He's still an Arsenal player, one of the best players in the team, you're sure. He has to be patient, but he's no spring chicken, is he? What's he, 29, 30 next season? He hasn't got long. If he was 23, 24, then I can say be patient. It's like Gorkarez. He's 26, 28, isn't he? Gorkarez. So, you know what I mean? These players are not young. They're not. We haven't bought has-beens. We haven't bought projects. We've bought the finished article. Eze and Gorkarez was brought to this football club for a reason, because this manager couldn't get over the line and destroy low blocks. That's the reason why these two players were brought to the football club. That's why they was established. That's why they was brought to the football club with the age they are. So we haven't got time to nurture Gorkarez or Eze. They either come in and fit this manager's system, or they don't. And they move on and we get someone else. I know it's brutal, but that's how it is, my friend. That's how it is. Eze was brilliant against Spurs, then he was dropped. Exactly. Confidence shatterer. Aussie Ange. DJB. Gal said he would give Arteta another contract even if Arteta doesn't win. That's because he's not an Arsenal fan, mate. That's because he's not an Arsenal fan. Win anything this season. He said Wenger went 9 years without a cup. Arteta deserves the same time minimum. Trouble is with Wenger, he had credit in the bank. He had invincibles. He had FA Cups. He had league titles. This guy's won the same as Glasner at Crystal Palace. Simple. Can't compare. Arteta's still the biggest problem. Of course he is, Rich. I said it at the start of the season. I said at the start of the season, it is not the players. It is not the players at this football club. It won't be the players that lose us the Premiership. It'll be the manager. Can I ask a question though, guys? Right. Let me ask the question. Can we win this Champions League? Are we in a better position in the Champions League, bearing in mind who we could play in the last 16, than we are in the Premiership? What are you more confident winning? Are you more confident winning the Champions League or the Premiership? If you had to pick one, what would you pick? I know what I'd want. I want the Champions League. And I'll tell you why I want the Champions League is because I've seen Arsenal win crazy titles. I was there at Anfield 89. I've been all over watching them win cup doubles, FA Cups, League Cups, Wembleys. I've had the pain at Wembleys. I've had the joy at Wembley. I've had semi-final pain. I've had semi-final joys. Seen it all. But one thing that hurts me the most, and I still cannot watch highlights of it, don't like talking about it, is when we lost the Champions League final. Cannot get my head over that at all. That was one of the darkest days of being a football fan. Right? So for me, for a club like Arsenal that have never won the Champions League, European Cup, whatever you want to call it, for me is a disaster. And that's previous managers that have gone before this clown. You know? The fact that we have never won the Champions League is an absolute disaster for Arsenal Football Club. Disaster. Criminal offence. So for me, if someone was to say to me Champions League or Premiership, Champions League all day long. 100%. 100%. Because all them fans that give it to us can't. We'd have won everything. We'd be welcome at the top table. At the moment, you know, when you go to a wedding and you get your seating plan and you look for your name and you're not quite a family member, you're that distant cousin and you're sitting over in the corner by the toilets. That's what we are when we go to the top table in Europe. Right, Nottingham Forest, yeah, over the top. Jesus, on the right. Aston Villa, yeah. No. Arsenal, see that chair right at the back of the room? That's it, by the exit, by the fire exit. Can you sit there, please? That's us, Champions League. Darren Sullivan, big up, my friend. Welcome to the huddle. Thank you for joining us, my friend. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, Darren. Pigeon Eagle needs to look at Facade on the floor. That's where the standards are. Exactly, my friend. Exactly. Not just him. Standards for most fans. Standards for most of the fans. That's why if we don't win the Champions League or the Premiership, he's got to go. No questions asked. You can't defend him. I don't want to hear that, oh, yeah, but we lost on penalties and we finished runners up. Injuries, this, that. No. There's only two options: Champions League or Premiership, or the door. That's it. That is it. You know, that's not me being personal. I'm not slagging the manager off. That's just me telling you as it is. Have you won the Premiership? No. Have you won the Champions League? No. See that door that says exit on it? Walk through it and lock it, because you ain't coming back. That's how it should be, people. He wins the Prem, 2 trophies in 7 years, sack him. Unbelievable, isn't it? Igal also said Odegaard scored. Oh, man. Just don't listen to him. You'll have a nervous breakdown. Honestly, you'll be ringing up your doctor asking him for blood tests. Don't listen to him. Don't let him get to you. Big up, DJ. Big up, DG 20341. Pleasure, my friend. Need to drop Trossard. Funny how Trossard's fallen off, isn't it? Isn't it? Like I've been saying it all season. I gave him his flowers at the start of the season. Up until Christmas. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But people have been ripping into me saying about, like, why would you sell Trossard? Why would you sell Trossard? Because he ain't good enough. Why ain't he good enough? Because you ain't going to get maximum levels of performances out of him every game. He'll have 2 or 3 good games. He'll have 4 or 5 stinkers. It's like Martinelli. He's only useful off the bench. You give him 90 minutes, he's absolutely horrendous. Not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. I'm sorry. And people can say to me, like, oh, you're being harsh. I don't look at building Arsenal Football Club and its future on moments. I look at consistency. See, this is where people go wrong. This is where a lot of fans go wrong. A lot of fans dismiss the word consistency. It's being consistent. Can you deliver week in and week out? If you can't, then you don't play for Arsenal Football Club. You go and play for Wolves, or you go and play for anyone else. But to play for Arsenal Football Club, and by the way, the manager that they laud up and respect and got posters on their bedroom ceiling, his standards are exactly the same as what I'm saying. If you cannot maintain the standards week in and week out, I don't want you at the football club. So that is why I'm saying at the end of the season, 7 players, six or seven players from this football club have got to leave. If we're going to retain titles and premierships and go on to win Champions League, then 6 or 7 players have got to go out the door, and we've got to bring 6 or 7 players, 5 quality players in, top draw players, and I mean world-class players. I don't mean has-beens, projects, maybes, sort ofs, might be's. I'm talking about the finished article. But under this manager, you get the finished article and he turns him into an apprentice. That's the difference. Arteta must prioritise the League Cup Premiership, get them winning consistently. Can he do it? No, he can't. 100% he can't. A few seasons ago, we won, was it 14 games second half of the season? Let's go unbeaten from now until the end, and we need at least 13 wins. I'm with you, DG. We need to go on a mad run now. We need to put it to bed now. Yeah, we need to pull back the covers, get into bed. Good night, Vienna. Yeah. That is what we need. None of this hit and miss. We need to grab it by the horns, take it. This is it now. Go and beat Sunderland. Go and win our next 4 games. Go and win them. 4 out of 4. Go and win our next 5 games. If we do that, I'll start really believing. If we draw against Sunderland, slip up against Spurs, slip up there, slip up there, I'm going to be back to square one. Our home form is very good. Onus on Chelsea. Agree. The onus is on Chelsea, but Chelsea know this. That's why they're going to come there with no fear. Our home form weren't that good against Man United, though, brother, was it? Our home form weren't brilliant against Liverpool. So our home form, we've been stumbling. We haven't been blowing teams away at home, really. Good day to you, my friend. I'll say your last bit, Chandra. Big up to you, my friend. Lawrence, big up, Lawrence. Always a pleasure, my friend. Always. Why is the fan base wanking their socks off because City dropped a couple of points today? The number of posts I've seen online about the title is now ours at the beginning of February. It's embarrassing. Lawrence, I've been saying it. Keep your feet on the ground. People said to me, are you 80% and all this? And I get that. I get why people are getting excited, and I understand it. But we've been here before, haven't we? We've been here before, Lawrence. This is why I can't get excited. Not at the beginning of February. A lot of football has got to be played. There's injuries to come in. We've seen Marino go down. There's still players carrying injuries. Keep your feet on the ground. Take it game by game. If we're 6 points come middle of March, then we can start thinking, well, maybe this time. But again, I use the word maybe. If we're 6 points clear, 8 points clear by the end of March, now I'm starting to buzz. But at the beginning of February, I'm like you, Lawrence. I'm just keeping it all simple. And I'm not worried about what City are doing now. It's about what we do now. I don't look at City now. I don't look at any results. I don't get excited whether City drop points. It's what this manager does. He's my biggest concern. No one else, not the players, not City, not the dog, not the statue, nothing. Arteta is my biggest concern. He's my worry. He's my worry. Yeah. It's like having the rogue in the family, isn't it? It's like having that one rogue in the family that breaks into cars and goes and steals things. Yeah. Every time he goes out the house, you're worried about him. Oh, yeah. Lovely. Yeah, that's Arteta for me. He's like the rogue. He's like the rat of the family. He's the one that you worry about because he's an idiot. You're forgetting Chelsea's defence is poor. West Ham proved that. Yeah, I agree. Chelsea's defence is poor, but they're quite lively in attack. Our defence weren't brilliant against Man United when a team put an attack together. This is what you got to worry about. We've conceded goals. Up until Leeds, we was conceding goals. And we didn't look and our attack has been poor. Let's be honest. I know what you're saying about Chelsea's defence, and I respect that. But if you look at our final third, if you look at our attacking, it hasn't been brilliant this season. Chelsea's attack is looking lively. Still a long way to go. Near perfect. Yeah, facts, Lawrence. Every time. Mahrez, that's the man. Mahrez, what an absolute baller. What a player Mahrez was, man. Leicester had some players in that team. They did have Kante. I'm sure they had Kante, Vardy, Mahrez. Vardy was on fire, wasn't he? Arsenal v Chelsea on Tuesday. CBS Sports Paramount Plus out here in the States, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Yeah, massive, Lawrence. Thanks for that, my friend. Thank you for that. Anyone watching that needs to see that game, I'll be there live watching it at the Emirates. And then I'll be back there against Sunderland. So busy week in store. Big up, Rich, again. Are you staying on long, DJB? If you have a link, I might be able to jump on if I would like, if my mic works. Yeah, I could, but yeah, I'm staying. What's the time now? I'm not staying on Mega. My friend. But I'll tell you what, Rich, because I've got no email or anything like that, have I? So what I'll do, because I want to try and get Lawrence on one day as well. Tell you what I'll do. I don't know if you're a member, but I'm going to do a members stream one day as well, and I'm going to put a link in so some people can jump on as well. But yeah, big up, Rich. I'll see I'll see how it goes, and I might drop a link. On a positive note, Jesus picking up goals off the bench will also be key in the running. Quality good. Yeah, look, I'm not a big Jesus fan. He hasn't done enough for me. But if he starts scoring goals now at the end of the season, I'm all up for it. I'm up for it. Jesus going forward long term? No, sell him at the end of the season. Cash in on him. If you can get 30 mil for Jesus, you bite your hand off. If you can get 70, 80 million for Odegaard, take it. Snap their hand off, mate. Honestly. Snap their hand off. Lawrence, it's ours to lose. We match City and we win it. It's in our hands. I think it's in our hands. I think it's in. You got to say it's in our hands. 6 points clear with our fixtures. No disrespects to who we've got to play, and I'm not disrespecting it, and I'm not saying it's going to be easy. This is why I'm saying if this manager loses it from here, I don't ever want to see him around the Emirates again. Now you're trying to invert your own. I can't, Papa DJP. Last season was dreadful. It hasn't been brilliant for ages. What about Gabriel DJB? If he picks up a knock with fucks, yeah. I don't know. I think we can. I think, yeah. Look, the key players for us: Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Rice. If we lose two of them in the running, then yeah. Well on the Prime, big up the Prime. Get the likes up, my people. Get the likes up, people. If we hadn't a different manager, we would be 10 points clear now. League would be over if we had a different manager now. We'd be more than 10 points clear, Rich. More than 10 points clear. 100%. Infringes. I've seen this movie so many times when this clan has blown a league. Remember when we were 8 points clear of them, 2023. We dropped points against Liverpool, West Ham and Southampton. Facts. It's not done yet. It is not done yet. No, we ain't winning no, we're not winning the Champions League. Fair enough. Fair enough, my friend. Fair enough. I think Bayern will win the Champions League. Bayern are looking awesome. Bayern are looking very, very good. I said Barcelona at the start of the season. I still think Barcelona will nick it. Barcelona reminded me of PSG last year. Not really setting the world alight in the group stages and looked vulnerable. But the problem is with these European teams, when it comes to the knockout, when it comes to the two-legged knockout stages, they're a whole different ball game. It really is. It really completely. Look at Liverpool last season. Walked it, the league, Champions League. Got to the knockout stage. That was it. Finished. PSG crucified them in Paris and then done the job at Anfield. I think Bayern will win it. Yeah, fair point. Rich, we haven't won the league in 20 plus years between Arsene tail end and Henri Mikel. So we take what we have and hope for the best, I say. If City can win a title on the final day, it's all good. Do you know what? Again, though, if it goes down to the last game, it should not go down to the last game of the season. That, for me, will not be enough to keep him in his job. I don't want to hear... See, a lot of the narrative is, right, and I won't mention their names, they say it depends on what context we lose it. Take the word context out, we lose it. I don't care if we lose on penalties. It shouldn't go to penalties. It shouldn't go to the last game of the season. You don't get 6 points clear. You don't have 4 opportunities to go 8, 9, 10 points clear and blow it. And then on the last game of the season, you lose the league. And then they go, yeah, but look what he done. He took us to the wire. He took us to the last game of the season. At least we're competing. No, he's lost. No excuses. No excuses. He's had plenty of opportunities during the season to win this Premiership. No excuses. I don't want to hear, oh, yeah, but he took us to the last game of the season. Oh, yeah, but we lost on a penalty shootout. No, in the Champions League. Or we lost on a penalty shootout in the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. No. You shouldn't get to that point. There is no way we take a 3-2 lead against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup at home in the Emirates and we go out on penalties. That should not be happening. I say the Champions League because I've never seen Arsenal won the Champions League since Arsenal came close to winning 2006 Champions League final against Barcelona. Yeah, I know. Big time. It's got to be the Champions League for me. Lawrence, no one is saying that you shouldn't be sceptical. And still it's done. It's not done. But I would rather be where we are than where City and Villa are, come what may. I can see where you're coming from, my friend. Look, we'd all rather be where we are now. But you cannot dismiss the fact that this manager has failed to get us over the line in previous years. So you've got to keep your feet on the ground. Keep it real. Don't get too excited and see where we are around about the middle of March. That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm at. I'd sack Arteta even if he wins the quad. So yeah, I say, listen, I see where you're coming from. However, a manager that wins the quad at any football club, I'm afraid he's going to get time. He's going to get time. A lot of time. It's been 19 and a half years since we reached the Champions League final. Don't keep reminding me, Jimbo. It's been hell. It's been hell. Jimmy, you think the owners will sack Tet? We win the quad? Which manager will want to come to the club and sack a manager who wins the quad? That's a good point. Not that it's possible to win the quad in England. That is a good point. If you was a football manager and you see that manager, What confidence would that? That's a good point, you know. That's a good point. If a club sacks a manager that wins the quad, if you're a manager, why would you take that job at the football club? Because you're thinking, yo, that man's just walked out the door winning the quad. I can't better that. What chance have I got? So, yeah, listen, that's a valid point. Big up the Lynch, my friend, as always. Arsenal women football team has won another trophy. They seem to have the mental resilience. Yeah, big up the women. They haven't done well in the league, though, have they? Not doing too good in the league. We need to win the next 4 games, make City look at us, give up calls. It's too late for them to come back. It's all about, Nicholas, I've been saying it all along, brother. It's all about what we do now. We've got the players. We've got the 6 points. It's all about what we do. Yeah? That is it. It's all about what we do. It's all about what we do. It's not about what City do. We shouldn't be worried about City. Shouldn't be worried about City. City will do what City does. It's what this manager does if City does get their act together, because they will do. They will do. They will do. I mean, they've drawn today, remember. They haven't lost. They've drawn ugly, but they haven't lost. They've gone to Spurs and they've got a point. At the start of the season, you take the point at Spurs. True, DJB, regarding the home form. Yeah, it's not been good. The home form's been poor. Patrice Evans said after United won the Champions League, Fergie turned around and said, yes, enjoy the trophy, but if you don't want to keep winning next season, you can go out the door. That's the standards. 100%. 100%. It's what makes winners winners and losers losers. That's why this country, honestly, this country, we love losers. We love losers. Look at Gareth Southgate, got a knighthood for losing. Frank Bruno was lauded all over the place for losing. Athletes win a silver medal and a bronze medal, and they come back heroes. Yeah? The mentality is not right. At the start of the season, you should aim to win every single trophy that's going at Arsenal. That's minimum expectations coming to this football club as a manager. It's not about competing. It's not about finishing second. It's not about entertaining the fans. It's not about charisma. It's not about what you say in press conferences. It's about winning trophies. That's the minimum expectancy of coming to Arsenal Football Club. That is the criteria. If you can't match it, then you get shown the door. Simple as that. Big up the views. Thanks for the raid, brother. Views every time. Make sure you go and sub to views. Forgetting Saka's injured too. Yep, he's injured. That's what I mean. We're only 2 or 3 away now. 2 or 3 away. Views can chicken raid. Big up, Waha. Welcome, my friend. Thanks for bringing your chicken in as well. Thanks for bringing in your chicken. Subscribe. Waha. Yeah, Waha, right? Have I subscribed to you? I think I have, haven't I? I'm pretty sure I've subscribed to you, Waha. If I haven't, I will do, my friend. 100%. Anyone in the chat that's got a channel or they're doing stuff, I'll always support you, my friends. I'll always support you. And there's the views. Big up to you, views as well, my friend. Big up to you. It's been a long time, views. We need to sort something out, my friend. We need to sort something out. Where is Win these days? Don't know where Win is. Don't know where Win is. Let's hope that Win the dog don't turn into a loser the dog again. DJB, Arsenal v Chelsea's live on ITV and Sky Sports Football. I know, but I'm still going to go and watch it. I've got to be there. I've got to be in the crowd if we get to Wembley. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. If we lose Tuesday, honestly, I'll have to rush home if the trains are kind, and I'll have to go live. And I'll tell you what, guys, cover your ears up because it ain't going to be pretty. I very rarely swear on streams, But if we get dumped out against Chelsea, I could be doing a midnight live stream. Be prepared. Be prepared. It won't be nice. It won't be nice. I'll be watching it on Sky Sports. It's going to go all the way. I think it's going to go to penalties. Seriously. I'm preparing myself for penalty shootout. I'm preparing myself for a penalty shootout. So when it happens, I'm all chilled. I'm sitting back. I'm just ready for it. Can call out the other team's defence. Liverpool leaking, but we can't score. It's top table, Big Six failure, basically, and we're yet to be convinced otherwise. Yeah, big up, my friend. Yeah, we've not been good in the attack. Let's be honest. We've huffed and puffed and blown the doors down in attack. We haven't been free flowing. It hasn't been pretty to watch. Defensively as a unit, solid. In attack, hit and miss. It's been really hit and miss. Can't lie. Zinchenko has finally gone. Yeah. Good luck, Zinchenko. Good luck. Another one that came to the football club and was played in the wrong position. Zinchenko was never a left back. Should have played him in midfield a little bit more. He looked comfortable in midfield. You know, he looked good on the ball sometimes in midfield. You know, weren't brilliant, but, you know. Lion Text, big up to you, my friend. Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're well. Big up to you. Papa DJB is uttered the promise of doom. Listen, I'm not all doom and gloom. I'm just a little bit concerned about the Chelsea game on Tuesday, okay? I'm just a little bit concerned about it. I don't like teams. I've never liked teams when they've got no fear and come into the Emirates and playing, just like Man United. Teams that tend to play against us and don't show any fear against us, we kind of struggle against. Yeah. We like teams to be a bit cautious. So we'll see. All the people that have got channels, Kawaja has kindly put in the chat. So make sure that you go and follow these people. Lion Text is in there, Lion Text TV. Make sure you go and subscribe to Lion Text. DJB, watch 2007 Carabao Cup final highlights today. How times have changed. What a game. Aussie Ange, yeah, big time, my friend. Times have changed. Lynch will spank Chelsea. Lynch, I hope so, brother. I hope so. I think we can. We got the tools to do it. The problem is, right, let's be honest. We've not really been in any position this season to wholeheartedly go, oh, we're going to smash them. I haven't been there anyway. There's a lot of games I've been to as an Arsenal fan and gone, yeah, 2-1, 1-0. I've not really been kind of convinced. I've not seen a run of games that have really convinced me that we're going to go and win easily. We've just been getting the job done. We've been like stuttering, corner, own goal, deflection. You know, it's been a bit edgy. There's a couple of games that we've blown teams away. Second half against Villa, Leeds the weekend, Athletic, them sort of, you know what I mean? We've had performances, but what I'm saying is we haven't been consistently putting them performances together for me to turn around and go, yeah, spank Chelsea 3-0, 4-0. No problem. So I see where you're coming from and you've got a right to be confident and that's not a problem. But me personally, it's been a bit of a flat battery, people, you know. It's been kind of like hit and miss, jump starting, you know. Next week, I feel if we go 9 clear, it's one hand on the Prem, mate. Old man Wazza, I see where you're coming from. 9 points, you should start feeling a bit confident, shouldn't you? With the games we've got coming up, if you wear 9 points clear, it's a massive, massive step. It's a massive step. But, and I'll say but because a lot hinges on this game on Tuesday. Because don't be confident. If we crash out of the Carabao Cup, psychologically, that could damage the players. So if we crash out of the Carabao Cup on Tuesday, it could have a massive effect on this squad going forward. To be fair to Big Frank, he lost to Tyson and Lewis in the world title attempts and then won against Oliver McCall. His levels... Big up, Troy. I know where you're coming from, bruv. Yeah, no, Frank Bruno. Everyone loved Frank Bruno. I love Frank Bruno. What I was just trying to say is that we've got a habit in this country of celebrating failure. You know, when Frank Bruno did lose, it was like, oh, good old Frank. He gave it a go and he came back a hero. Do you know what I mean? It's the mentality, a lot of mentality. It's like when you go to your sports day and your kid finishes second in a running race. He's like crying upset or she's crying and upset. And we all go, don't worry, you finished second, you done well. But it weren't first, was it? I mean, look at schools now, like the schools. They say, oh, it's about competing. It's about taking part. That was always the message, wasn't it? Oh, it's about taking part. You try and tell a group of year 6 or year 10 or year 9 kids in a cup final and they lose, it's about taking part. They're not having it. They're not having it. They're not having it. We've got this kind of mentality that it's okay to foul. And it is okay to foul. But there are times when you get to a level, especially with Arsenal, it's just not okay to foul. It's not okay now for Arsenal to foul. Not when it's had a lot of investment thrown into the football club. And all the ingredients are there. It's really not okay to foul. It's not acceptable now, not at Arsenal. I mean, I even got it. When we lost the league, I was surprised that we was even in with a chance of winning the league. I thought we were kind of there a bit early, if I'm going to be brutally honest with you. So I thought, well, okay, I didn't expect us to do this well anyway. But then when we failed again, and then we failed in FA Cups, and then we failed in League Cups, then we failed in Europe, I'm thinking, no, this can't go on. This can't go on. Yeah. Last season hurt me because I thought last season we would win a cup. I thought we'd win silverware last season. Whether that would be FA Cup or Carabao Cup, I thought that this manager, when you finish runners-up 3 seasons, when you finish runners-up twice, and you've nearly had your hands on cups, I'm thinking last season we're going to win something. We didn't have a bad squad. We'd spent decent money. So when we didn't win anything last season, I wanted the manager gone. I was shocked that he rolled up this year. Don't blame you, DJB. Wayne Bridge scars runs deep. Yeah, massive. It's been hell in the Champions League, man. That last season in the Champions League when we lost to PSG, it killed me. I wanted that manager gone. I wanted him out of my football club when we lost that, because it was the way we lost it. The way we lost it. 8 minutes in against PSG, we was never in it. Never in it. You know, we lost it miserably. And then we went to Paris and the tactics, and he didn't change anything. He didn't give us a chance. It was honestly, it was miserable. And this is why I don't trust the football manager, because he's hurt us so many times. This is why I can't get excited. We're 6 points clear. I'm not excited. I'm happy. I'm not excited. Yeah. It's like being on holiday on a bad resort. You're happy because you're not at work, or you're happy because you're at your own environment, or if you're living in the city, you're by the sea. But you're not excited because it's a bit of a dump. You know, the accommodation ain't quite right. There's people next to you that are a pain in the backside. You're happy to be there, but you're not excited. That's how I am. I'm happy, not excited yet. I'm not like, yeah. I'm just holding it together. I'm keeping it all cool, people. Keeping it all cool. I want to change the midfield. Norgard was Zubimendi. We need the physicality in midfield. Certain games, I'll give you that, Kawaja. Certain games, I will give you that, 100%. 100%. I still think he's a weak link defensively. I wouldn't play him. I wouldn't play him in the 6. Said it all along. He'll have the odd good game. I'll give him that. He had a good game against Leeds. Fine. Going forward, looking at the bigger picture, I don't think Zubimendi's a 6. Don't think he's a 6. Man City, Villa can't beat Arsenal in the league. Only Arsenal can. Exactly. We're our biggest enemy. We're our biggest enemy. Big up to you, my friend. Make sure you sub. Smash the likes. Guys, smash the likes. I should be at 80 likes by now, at least. Come on. Get the likes smashed up, and otherwise you'll be working like, I don't know. And if you've not subbed, make sure you sub to the channel as well. We're doing all right on the subs. We're slowly going up, people. Slowly going up. We just have to focus on the game by game, DJB, Arsenal Huddle, 100% game by game. That's all we can do. All we can do. Aussie Hands, DJB this season has Leicester City written all over it. Teams that season rolled over. Second place, only got 71 points. Will be similar this season. Yeah. It could be a very, very similar season. I don't care as long as we win it. I really don't care. Big up the Lynch all day long. Big up the Binks. Facts. Tuesday match is critical for teams' mentality. 100% Binks. 100%. I don't like the semi-automated offsides. The Premier League, the Angie's not right. Yeah. Big up Paul. The UEFA Champions League semi-final automated offside is better. I think so. I think so, Kawaja. I think it is. Participation award. Dunkirk springs to mind. Frank Bruno used to celebrate fight wins in a little Italian restaurant in Leytonstone, round the corner from my house. Sadly, that restaurant. Yeah, I knew him when he lived at Chad Relief. Not there. I remember seeing him a few times. He's a legend, Frank Bruno, isn't he? A gentle giant, isn't he? Everyone loved Frank Bruno. Who didn't like Frank Bruno? Come on, man. Shout out DJB. You're right. Your point still stands. I just felt the need to stand up for Big Frank. Listen, I weren't disrespecting Big Frank. I was just using him as a kind of example. I was using him as a prime example. I've got all the respect for Big Frank Bruno, 100%. I was just using it as an example that when we lose or we don't win anything, they're kind of, Gareth Southgate done great things for England. I get what he done. For England. I get all like where he brought the dressing room together and he North and South divide. He joined them all together because there was always a big divide if you played for Man United or you played for Arsenal, and they sat there and they sat over there and all that. And I'll never forgive that England generation for not winning anything because of their allegiance to their football clubs. Never forgive them. Rio Ferdinand and all that. The way he lords on at the moment, he let the country down. I'm going to have the hump with you. I'm not passing to you. I'm going to be miserable with you. I'm going to make life at training awkward for you because you play for Arsenal or you play for Liverpool and it's rivalry, and there weren't that team spirit. And what Gareth Southgate done, he broke all that. I get that. I 100% get that. But the bottom line is, he should have won a trophy. He should have beat the Italians, and he didn't, and he failed miserably. And I don't think that deserves a knighthood. I think knighthoods and all of that that's given out by the royal family is like giving out sweets at Easter. I think it's too easy. I think you've got to do something really special to get a knighthood. Yeah? I don't think enough charity workers get the credit they deserve for what they do for people with disabilities and stuff like that. So that's where I stand, people. I'm just being real. Because Spurs won a European trophy, that hurt even more. Even more. The facts that we went out the Champions League, the facts that we didn't win anything and Spurs won a European trophy. That was it for me. That manager had to go. That I honestly. Big up, Young, my friend. Big up. 100%. Always. We're all 100% here. Welcome to the community, every single one of you. Every single one of you in the chat. Your comments, all appreciated. Each and every one of you. And I'm forever grateful that you're in joining me on a Sunday evening. You know, it's just something to start the week in it, people. That's what the sit-back's all about. Last season has to be one of the worst seasons in the club history. I agree. And I've had some bad seasons. Cautious, this manager. It is cautious. It's got to be cautious. You can't not be cautious if you've got a manager that's won nothing. You can't. You can't not be cautious. It's human nature. It's human nature. If you've got a teacher or someone like that teaching your kid or teaching your nephew or something like that, and they're going backwards year in, year out, and then they get you in the next, who have you got? Oh, I've got Mrs. So-and-so or Mr. So-and-so. Oh, have you? And then he goes backwards again, or she goes backwards again in her maths or English or science or whatever. And then you have them eventually you run out of kind of like hope, don't you? You kind of like, well, until they get my kids level up, I'm gonna be a little bit frightened. I'm gonna be a little bit cautious. That's how I am with a manager. You got to take it step by step. He's let me down too many times. Shout out DJB, you're right. Your point still stands. Stand up for Big Frank. Oh no, man. Stand up, Big Frank. 100%. 100%. You got to stand up for Big Frank every now and again. Long throws on the biggest stage was so disgusting, embarrassing as a fan. Totally agree. In that cup semi-final against PSG, bringing Partey out of midfield to throw a ball long when he couldn't even do it. Getting keepers passing from the back all season. And then he decides to go Wimbledon style and punt it 30, 40 yards down the pitch. Hopeless crosses going into the box and no one in there. Keeping Martinelli out on the left, pulling a stinker. Not being prepared to rotate any players or pull any players out of position. Unforgivable. That Champions League semi-final was unforgivable. Tactically was unforgivable. Completely got it wrong. Man United in the FA Cup, 10 men. Unforgivable. Newcastle, semi-final, Carabao Cup, 2 legs. Unforgivable. Criminal offence as a football manager. I'm sorry. Should not have been here this season. Very, very lucky to still be here this season. In my book. Very lucky. Last season has to be the one of the worst. It was 100%. 100%. Paul Nash, I had a long leather coat when I was a student, but no fear, we'll be back. I've gone to Binks. Gone to Binks. Absolute legend, Binks. When our next 3 games, we win the double. I hope so. Zubi never plays well against the big 6 teams. Nope. Listen, I'm not saying Zubimendi's a bad player. I've just got reservations that he's a 6, and I don't think he's a 6. Old man Wazza, big up my friend. After watching the Spuds game today, with Spuds playing that bad and City still couldn't put them to the sword, with nothing to fear from City, they look awful today. Well, I'll spin that. I agree with what you're saying, but we should have put Man United to the sword at the Emirates, shouldn't we? Because they've not been playing that good this season, have they? We should have put Liverpool to the sword at Anfield and at the Emirates, because they've not been playing really, really well. We should have put 10 men Chelsea to the sword, and we didn't. We should have put Sunderland to the sword, and we didn't. So, you know, unfortunately, we are just as vulnerable. We're just as vulnerable. Listen, we ain't that free. We ain't that pretty team, free-flowing, wonderful football team to watch. We've just been getting games won bitty, but we haven't really been getting games won convincingly. If that gets us 3 points, gets us over the line, wins us the title, so be it. I'll accept it. But no one can tell me that this season has been wonderful and brilliant to watch, because it hasn't. The Premiership has been crap. And the football from the top 6 has been appalling. Let's be honest. Them top 6 teams should be ashamed of themselves, the football we've played. It's not been good. It's had billions and billions of pounds spent on those teams. And it hasn't been pretty to watch. If we win and City lose, draw next weekend, we could be confident. Harry Gunners, we can be confident, but you've still got Arteta in charge and anything can happen. That's all I'm saying to you. That's all I'm saying to you. We did the same for Tim Henman, but Southgate had the easiest route to the finals. We've never seen us still failed. Same with Tim Henman. Exactly. They even named a hill at Wimbledon after Tim Henman for failure. Notice how Lennox Lewis was a winner and doesn't have a knighthood. Exactly. Exactly, my friend. 100%. The amount of people that have not got knighthoods that that should have knighthoods is ridiculous. Sad state of the Prem. I saw Spud fans cheering today when City scored, yet when they play. I know, this is what I'm saying. This is what you're up against, my friend. This is what you're up against. Absolute idiots. Absolute idiots. 2 secs, people. I'll be right back. Yeah, this is what you're up against. You know, how can you cheer another team scoring? The problem is with Spurs, they're more concerned about hurting Arsenal than actually winning their own football club. What they should do is concentrate on their own football club rather than worrying about Arsenal. Yeah, I think that's like with a lot of fans. Look at the amount. Look at the amount of Man United fans are more concerned of putting out Arsenal content than they are their own football club. Spurs fans putting out Arsenal content more than their own football club. Worry about your own team. I'm not putting out Man United content. I don't give a monkeys about Man United. Don't give a monkeys about Man City. Don't care about Spurs. I only care about what Arsenal are doing. I've got no care. I've got no affiliation to all the other football clubs at all. There are football clubs I like more than other football clubs. Yeah. I don't want Fulham to go get relegated. I don't mind Fulham. I don't want West Ham to get relegated. I think the Premiership needs teams like West Ham in it. There's worse clubs than West Ham I'd rather see go down. You know? Yeah. Spurs being relegated and no North London derby. Some people might turn around and say, I don't want Spurs getting relegated. I like the North London derbies. It's easy 6 points, isn't it? Yeah, it's an easy 6 points. Spurs being in the Premiership helps Arteta because they take points off of Man City. Ways you can look at it, I suppose. See, I'm a great believer that Man United, I want to see a good Man United team. I think it's healthy for the Premiership. I think it makes other teams better. That's why I'm disappointed this season how Liverpool have played and Man City have played and Chelsea and all of that. Because I want to see a healthy Premiership. I want to see a competitive Premiership. What would you rather do? Would you rather win a Premiership where Liverpool and Man City are absolutely flying and we've actually won the Premiership with class? Or would you rather win a Premiership where all the other teams have played crap and dropped off? It wouldn't bother me. I'd rather win any Premiership. But if I was to pick one, I'd much rather win the Premiership when City were at their absolute peak and Liverpool under Klopp was at their peak. If we'd have won that Premiership when Pep was flying and Klopp was flying and we beat them to the Premiership, that for me would be more satisfying than winning it this year. I'll be over the moon that we win it this year. Of course I will, because we ain't won it in years. But I've said it from day one when I started my channel. I'm a football fan. I'm an Arsenal supporter, but I'm a football fan. I like to see good football. I like to see teams with history being at the max. You know? Do you know what, David C? I'm taking my hat off to that Brentford manager. And I'm telling you now, if there was a manager that was in line for manager of the season, the Brentford manager would have to be up there for me. Because Brentford was nailed on everyone's favourite of being relegated. No money. They lost Wissa. They lost all their top players. Their manager walked out the door. They lost their club captain to Arsenal. Everyone backed Brentford to go down. Everyone. Look at what they're doing. Honestly. Would Arteta be able to do what this Brentford manager's done at Brentford? You imagine Arteta now being at Brentford. Would he be able to do what he's done? I don't think he would. No way. They'd be in relegation zone now. They'd be in the relegation zone. 100%. If we've beaten Sunderland 10 men, Chelsea 50%, squad Liverpool and Forest, then I wouldn't be angry about the United loss. Gooner, I said exactly the same the other week. I said exactly what annoyed me is one, Man United are my biggest rivals. I hate them, even though I want a good Man United team because I want to see a good Man United team going head to head with Arsenal and Arsenal beating them because that gives me more satisfaction. Beating a crap Man United team don't give me satisfaction. I'm happy, I'm over the moon, but it gives me real satisfaction when we beat a brilliant Man United team, right? However, that hurt. That game against Man United, any defeat against Man United hurts, really hurts. Even worse, the fact that we didn't beat Sunderland and we didn't beat Liverpool and we didn't beat Forest. One particular Spurs streamer was crashing out after Solanke equalised. Dickheads. Absolute dickheads. I want Spurs relegated. Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest. I've got to be honest. It wouldn't be a bad thing to have Spurs relegated, would it? I'm just saying that some people wouldn't want Spurs relegated because they enjoy the North London derbies, you know? And I get that from a football point of view, but yeah, seeing Spurs, I've seen Spurs relegated. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. DJB, how you don't care about our big club rivals, so I'm like that as well. But I do Do you care at least for like the middle clubs, like lower clubs, at least chip in their transfers? Yeah, I do. I follow lower league clubs. I follow my local team. Always looking out for their results. Used to go over there quite a lot when I couldn't get to Arsenal. I always used to go over there. I like the lower league clubs. I got a lot of admiration. And do you know what I like about lower league clubs? The fans. Because their fans are just as passionate about their club as what we are about Arsenal. Yeah. They travel miles. Non-league clubs, they go all the way up to like the north and down the south and follow them everywhere. Get home at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, midnight, all of this madness. They're following them everywhere. So I've got all the time for lower league clubs. 100%. I mean, there's a massive, when you think about it, right, the clubs, the clubs that were massive when I used to watch football, 70s and 80s, like Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesdays, Prestons, Bolton Wanderers, Derby County, all of these clubs, massive clubs. Ipswich back in the day under Bobby Robson, when they had Arnold Muren and Franz Tyson, Alan Brazil and Arnold Muren and all of these men, you know, brilliant team. Ipswich was a brilliant team then. All of these teams, massive clubs. There's huge football clubs going around. You know, Birmingham City should not be where they are. Birmingham City should be in the Premiership. They're a massive, massive fan base. You go to Birmingham City on a match day, it's massive. It's huge. That should be a daily diet of Aston Villa versus Birmingham. Huge derby. That is you think Arsenal and Spurs are huge. That is a massive derby. That's hatred. Right? All of these clubs should be in the Premiership. All of them. No disrespects to Brentford and Burnley and teams like that, right? And Bournemouth. When you think about it, the fan base that they've got, the size of their fan base and the size of their club, it's amazing that they're in the Premiership because they've been punching above their weight for years. No way Brentford should be in the Premiership above Birmingham City or Derby or Sheffield United. Good luck to them. I'm not knocking them. I'm just in a football kind of bracket league where you should be and the size of football clubs. Bournemouth and Brentford shouldn't be where they are every season in the Premiership. They shouldn't be established Premiership teams the size of their clubs. That's why it's amazing what they do. It's amazing what they do. The club the size of West Ham and their fan base should not be fighting relegation. They should be top 6, top 7, conference, Europa League. Minimum. West Ham shouldn't be down there during the season. No way should they. Leeds United should be higher up than what they are. They're a massive club. Absolutely massive. Right. With Arsenal, its history, it's like where they are, where they're located. A lot of Tottenham fans say that Arsenal are not a North London club. They was originally from South London, etc., etc., etc. So they're neighbours, right? They're fighting for territory. That's rival, I get it. The reason why a lot of people don't like Tottenham is because Tottenham's always portrayed themselves as a big club, a big football club. But actually, financially, they're a big club. Fan base, they're a big club. But their achievements on the field, they've not achieved a lot. They've not done a lot. Nor has Chelsea, really. Chelsea, in the last 25 years, Abramovich days and when money came into Chelsea, other than that, when I used to watch them, Chelsea and Spurs were never a big. They weren't They weren't the clubs that I feared as a young fan growing up. Chelsea were like a mid-table, odd cup run, yo-yo team. Spurs have been relegated. Chelsea have been relegated. You know, mid-table. Man City were nothing. Division 2. Then they got promoted Division 1. Then they got into the Premiership. Then they was finishing mid-table. Money injected fortune and fame to Man City. You know? Liverpool, Man United were always the biggest games. It wasn't Spurs. It wasn't Chelsea. But it's rivalry now because it's just what Spurs stands for, isn't it? They think they're this elite club. And I think that's what gets on a lot of fans' nerves. However, if we was to run a poll, I would say Arsenal are probably one of the most hated clubs now. Never used to be. It is now. And the reason why Arsenal are one of the most hated clubs is because of our fan base. Not really because of where we are, location. Not really because of the players. The reason why a lot of people don't like Arsenal is because of the fans. We're probably the most cringing fans in the world. We get annoyed with one another. We get annoyed with our own fans. Can you imagine how other fans feel about us? And I think that's why a lot of people hate Tottenham, because that's what they used to be like. We're like our fan base has become Spurs. You know? When you get people talking about best in the world, best manager in the world, and he's not won nothing. When you got fans coming out with winning the quadruples and disrespecting other teams, when you got fans not knowing about the history of other football clubs and what it means, you know, and we're crap and it's the referees and making up excuses and blaming this and blaming that, being totally biased towards your own club and not seeing the bigger picture day in, day out, week in, week out. Eventually, you're going to be hated. And that's why we're hated, because our fans are just a wind-up, aren't they? Let's be honest. They wind me up when I go over the Emirates and I listen to some of the crap they come out with. They wind me up. Brentford and Bournemouth can't even sell out. I know. I hope they both go down. It's like Bromley and Cambridge in League 2. Listen, I don't wish they go down. I don't wish they go down because I think what they're doing is brilliant. I think what Bournemouth and Brentford doing gives other clubs of their size hope. And I think other clubs can look at Brentford and Bournemouth and go, well, if they can do it, we can do it. Yeah. So in that way, it's a good thing. But if you're looking at a really healthy, competitive Premier League, and I'm not saying Brentford and Bournemouth have not been competitive, but really, if you look at size of clubs, they shouldn't be in the Premier League. Congratulations, they are, and respect to them, they are, and I don't wish them to go down. But I'm just saying, if you look at the size of the clubs, there's massive clubs outside the Premier League that should be in there. Yeah. Sheffield United are a massive club. Sheffield Wednesday are a massive club. Derby, Bolton, Birmingham, Leicester. I'm not, do you know what I mean? I mean, they're just big clubs. Bournemouth and Brentford in the league shows how far the Prem has declined. I think the standard of football's declined throughout, though, to be honest with you. Ipswich Town had a legend, John Walk. I remember Johnny Walk. Johnny Walk was a player. I loved that Ipswich team. Mick Mills, fullback. Arnold Muren, Franz Tyson, Walk. Honestly, that Ipswich team that Bobby Robson had was a brilliant team. And do you know what, right? He was the first manager all them years ago to play with inverted fullbacks. He used to bring his fullbacks into midfield. Bobby Robson at Ipswich. People don't realise this. People think inverted fullbacks is a pep genius masterclass. Bobby Robson was doing that with Ipswich years ago. Years ago. It's nothing new. People think that a lot of these tactics that are played these days is all new, and I've seen teams play with inverted fullbacks. I've seen teams play with 3-5-1s. I've seen teams play with all sorts of systems over the years. Football evolves. But years ago, football was football. A hard tackle where they'd played the ball first was a tackle. If the player ended up on the floor rolling around, tough. Did he play the ball first? Yes, he played the ball first. That's it. Now it's a free kick. Because the intent, it's that word, the intent. You can go in for a tackle and clearly take the ball first. But because the intent was there, it's a free kick and a yellow card. That to me is mad. That to me is mad. Absolutely mad. I'd love to be a footballer nowadays. It's easy. You can't tackle anyone. Tackles from behind was run of the mill. Run of the mill. Arteta, Postman Pat, turn fans into 50p heads. Big up, Michael. Big up, my friend. Imagine a world where West Ham kept Rio, Joe Cole. Oh, man, that was a team, wasn't it? Defoe, Di Canio, Carrick, Sinclair, etc. They could have changed their whole... They've had some brilliant players over the years, West Ham. Joe Cole was one of the best players I've ever seen. He's such a talent. Frank Lampard, I rate Frank Lampard. I hope he gets up with Coventry. I really hope he don't bottle it. I hope Coventry get up. I like Coventry. Good club. Good little club. Good club for Coventry. Been to Coventry. Yeah, good club. Hope he gets up. My proof that size doesn't matter when it comes to being in the Premier Club. It doesn't. Listen, it don't. It don't. And good luck to Brentford and Bournemouth, because what they're doing is an inspiration to a lot of clubs. You know, Brighton's a very well-run club as well. Brighton is a very, very well-run, respected club. My Arsenal is for Tuesday. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Incape, Rice, Norgard, Madway, Eze, Trossard, Gorkarez. Do you know what, right? Line up for Tuesday. That's a tricky one. That's a tricky one. That's not a bad team, Kawaja, to be honest. I think that'll be what he'll go with. I think he'll keep his strong back four. I think he'll go with Hinkepi. I don't know whether he'll play Rice. No, I think he'll go big. I think he'll go big. I think he'll go... I reckon because Saka, I think, will be injured, so I think he'll put Madueke in. Eze, I'm not sure he'll start Eze, you know. I don't think he'll start Eze. I think he'll start Odegaard. I do. I think he'll start Odegaard. That's the only change he'll make, I think. And I think he'll play Zubamendi. I think he'll run out a full-strength team. I think he knows he's got to get this over the line. And he also knows that Chelsea are looking very, very good at the moment. So I think he'll go pretty much full strength, my friend. Big up Kawaja all day long, my friend. What do you think, DJB? Arsenal looks like a good line. It does. It's a good lineup. It's a good lineup, but I think he'll go stronger. I think he'll go stronger. I think he'll take Norgard out, and I think he'll start Zubamendi. And I think he'll start Odegaard, personally. Havertz, yeah, good shout. Havertz could go in. Havertz could start in front of Eze. That's a shout. That is a shout. Been to Coventry, not much going on there. Not really going on there. No, there's not a lot going on there, but I hope their club gets up. Dion Dublin at Coventry, yeah. Dion. He will play his best team. Caps, I think you're right, my friend. I think you're right. I think he's worried about this one. I think psychologically he knows that if he gets out, if he bundles this, it could have an effect going forward. And I think he's a bit fearful of the way Chelsea are playing at the moment. So I think he'll go strong. Let's have a little look here. I think he'll go strong, my friend. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look here. That's what I think he'll go. This would be what I think he'll do for the Carabao Cup. Let's share my screen. Let's have a look. There we go. That's what I think he's going with. Oh, he's going to be fearful. So he's going to go Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Nkape. I think he'll go Rice, Subamendi. I think he'll go Madueke, Havertz, Trossard, Gyökeres. That's what I think he will go with on Tuesday. I think Havertz will come in. I think he'll stick with Trossard. I think he'll stick with Madueke. He might go Martinelli. We'll have to wait and see. But that'll be my lineup for Tuesday. Chat, you know, if you think it's going to be different, big up Lux, big up my friend. Sorry, brother. How can I forget the one and only legendary Lux? Hope you're well, brother. All your family's well, and hope you're doing okay, my friend. 100%, always. Calafiori. I don't know with Calafiori. I don't know. He could go Skelly, I suppose, couldn't he? I mean, he's got options, hasn't he? But I just think he's going to go with that. I think he'll go for the physical Nkape because it will just give him that physical. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. Do you reckon he'll go Gyökeres up front or Jesus, people? Could go Jesus up front, couldn't he? I mean, it's a nice problem to have, isn't it? It's a nice problem to have. No, Odegaard is not starting. Yeah, fair enough. He might not. Would rather Eze than Havertz. I would, but the manager wouldn't. That's the thing. I think he'll go Jesus up front. Yeah, possibly. Nkape offers very little going forward. He just gives you that. He just keeps it all solid, doesn't he? You got to remember we're defend. See, this is the question marks with a manager as well, right? Because what does the manager do? Does he stick or twist? We're 3-2 up, going into a semi-final. Now, he's been letting the handbrake off, and he said, oh, he's going to play this free-flowing football again, blah, blah, blah. We'll see. We'll see Arteta come Tuesday. Because when he's under pressure, we all know what the manager does. What does he do? He starts to play a little bit defensive. He starts to go a little bit inward. He starts not to take chances. He starts to stifle things, doesn't he? So we'll see. We will see how he goes Tuesday when he's under pressure. So I think he'll go Nkape. I think he'll start Rice and Zubamendi because he'll want to keep it solid. I don't think you're going to see free-flowing football. I think what he'll try and do is try and keep it tight. I don't think he'll be bombing forward. He'll try and keep it tight and then see what Chelsea do. If he does, that could be a mistake, because if Chelsea score first, it's going to open up a big old can of worms, people. It really is. 100%. We need a loan deal. It would be good. Listen, if we can get the right person, I don't mind a loan deal, but I don't want dross. I don't want dross at the football club. I don't want what we've had in years gone by, where you just bring someone in for the sake of it. Not for me. Not for me. But yeah, that'd be my lineup. That'd be my lineup, peeps. Exactly why Odegaard will start, because he'll play defensive football. If Odegaard starts, you know exactly how the game's going to go unknown. You know exactly how the game's going to go. If he plays Odegaard, it's going to be a hard watch. It's going to be a hard watch on Tuesday. It's going to be exciting, though. It's going to be exciting. Estevao can cause problems. That's why, Kawajra, that's why I think he might go in Cape for the physical side of things. You can't have Calafiori go marauding and galloping off and leave Estevao in space. Because if he's left in space, I think that young kid's a talent. I don't think Lee Gunner likes him. I do. I think he's got a tremendous talent, and I think he can hurt you if he's in the right place. Yeah. Big up, Darren. If Odegaard starts, we lose. I agree. Exactly why does Odegaard will start? Because he will play defensive football. Well, he done all right against Leeds, didn't he, when he come on? See, the manager lives in the moment. He's got a short memory, this manager. The player comes on and plays all right for 20 minutes, he throws him in. Unless you're the wrong type. Unless you're Eze. If you're not one of his favourites, then you're still left out. But players like Odegaard and all that, if you come on and light it all up for like 10 minutes, you're in. You're in. Start Gorkarez? Yeah, possibly. I just got a feeling he might go with Jesus, though, thinking about it. I mean, I've put Gorkarez in. That would be my starting lineup. What I showed you. Hincapié, Saliba, Gabriel. Do you know what, though? We're forgetting. He's played Kepa. He's used Kepa in the Carabao Cup. Now, does he stay loyal with Kepa and use him in the second leg of the semi? Or does he put Raya in there? You know, that's the point. He could play Kepa, couldn't he? Because he stayed loyal with Kepa all the way through. So let's say Kepa starts in goal, Hincapié on the left, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Zubamendi, Rice, Madueke, Trossard on the left, Havertz, Gorkarez. That's what I would start. Could be wrong. Stay loyal to Kepa. Yeah, I think so. I think he might do. No, I need Raya. Kepa is very risky. Unknown. We all know Kepa can be risky, but. Who's the best penalty saver? Be prepared. Just prepare yourself, people, right? Just prepare yourself. I'm not saying it will. Always prepare yourself. It's Arsenal. Always. I've always prepared myself with Arsenal Football Club, no matter who's manager. Especially this manager. I've always prepared myself for the penalties and yeah. If I go there thinking penalties and it don't happen, happy days. But if it does go to penalties, I'm already prepared. Here we go. Come on. Let's get it done. Jesus, 3 goals out of 6. Gorkarez, 4 out of 6. Yeah, it's not a bad stat. Nicholas. They're the sort of stats you want at your forward line. They're the sort of stats that you want in your forward line. But anyway, people, I said I was only going to do an hour and a half tonight. I was going to bring Aaron on and send him a link, but Aaron was busy. he said he was busy, Aaron. So I didn't want to disturb him. I didn't want to make him feel that he had to come on, you know. So this will be a great semi. I'm looking forward to it, my friend. I'm looking forward to it. Can I just say, make sure that you smash a like on the channel. Smash it on your way out. If you haven't done it, I haven't done it. Smash a like. Just do it now, half a second. All those that have subbed tonight, thank you. If you haven't subbed, have a little cheeky sub. I'd like to say thank you to all the regulars that have been in tonight. You know who you are, people. You know who you are. Binks, Lynch, Kawaja, the Doc has been in, Aussie Ange, Guna, Joseph Connor. Thank you for all your super chats, people. Thank you. Lawrence has been in, Blacks has been in, Bab the Ripper, Waha popped in, AC. You know who you are, people. Linus, Finger 222, Jimbo as well. Aces has been in. If I've forgotten you, thank you. The Lux has been in as well. Big up the Lux as always. Everyone that's been in the chat tonight. Nicholas. Where's my Bruno man? The Bruno man's been in as well. Frank Bruno man. Footy Bants Ting's been in as well. Everyone's been in. Thank you very much for joining me. Sunday sit back as always. Nice little start to the week. Lynch, big up my friend. Lux, big up my friend as well. Keep well. Keep safe, everyone. What's my next stream? I'll tell you when my next stream will be. I'll probably, even though I'll be tired and knackered, I'll probably do one Tuesday night when I get in. But I won't post it yet because, I'll try and do one Tuesday, people, depending on how the trains are, because I've got to get from North London to the other side. So, but I'll do one Tuesday. If we crash out, I'll be doing one Tuesday. Even if it's 1 o'clock in the morning, I'll be doing a stream on Tuesday night, people. And it won't be pretty. I'm telling you that now. It won't be pretty because I don't expect to lose on Tuesday. I don't expect to go out of that competition. I'm expecting to go to Wembley. If it doesn't happen, I'm not even thinking about it. Not even thinking about it. Wednesday, we have the midweek mingle. Numpsky will be in house. And we've also got Matty the Southern Gooner joining us on the mingle. So Wednesday night is going to be a good one. We'll go over the Carabao Cup. We'll touch on the Leeds game. We'll look ahead to what's going to happen the weekend against Sunderland. Whether we've got one hand on the trophy. So join me on the mingle. Thursday, Kenny Ken, extra time show. Me and Kenny Ken have a little chat about the football and everything, what's going on. Always a pleasure to listen to Kenny Ken. You can't not. Absolute legend. So put your notifications on, sub to the channel. It's been an absolute pleasure, people. Let's see who's live. Kawaja, who's live? Is Lee live? Northside live? Who's live? Can you have someone tell me we're raid over? Let's have a look who's live. Let's have a look who's live, people. 1 second. Let's have a look who's live. Who's live? Who's live that we like? If there's no one live, I'm not doing it. I've got to like them, people. Who's live? Who's live? Who's live? Lee's not live. That's unusual. Sarcasm is Sarcasm City's live. Yeah, we'll go Sarcasm City. Rich not live. Lee's not live. Sarcasm City's doing his thing. Yeah, I can't see Lee's live. Richie's live. Is Rich live? I didn't see Rich live. If Richie's live, go over Rich. But I'm gonna raid Sarcasm City. Go Sarcasm City. He's a Man United fan, but he's doing the Spurs thing. Just go Arsenal huddle. DJB live. Put DJB Arsenal champions live. Arsenal champs live. Or come on DJB. Come on you Gunners raid. Yeah. North is live, is he? Northside's live. Why aren't I seeing them people live, people? What's going on here? What is going on? 1 second. What is going on? Let's have a little look. Sarcasm. What? Northside LDN. He is live. North is live. He's live right now, isn't he? North Lex and Ye-Man. Right. We'll go raid Northside. 1 second, people. Let's sort this out once and for all. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. People, come on, you gunners. Arsenal. All right. Here we go. Hang on 1 sec, people. This should have Northside LDN. Where's Northside? Show me Northside. Why aren't you coming up? 1 sec, people. There he is. Right. Bingo. Right, people, we are going to raid Northside LDN. When you go over there, just put DJB Arsenal Huddle raid. I think he's got Lee going on. I think Lee Gunner's on there. Yeah, show Northside some love. Guys, thank you very, very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Blessed to every single one of you. Come on, you Gunners. 6 points clear. I'd rather be 6 points clear than 6 points behind. Keep your feet on the ground. Keep cautious. It's still only early February. A lot can happen. Football can come and hurt you badly. And this manager has hurt me badly and hurt us badly over the years. So keep your feet on the ground. Keep it cautious. Keep it hopeful. We're on the road. We're on the road. That's what the best way to put it is that we're on the road. It's a nice, clear road. Let's just hope there's nothing in the way. All right. Let's just keep it calm. Oh man. And then if we have a parade, I'll see you all at the parade. Yeah. And Binks. Oh, I'm on the tomorrow night. I'll be on with Lee on the Rat Army, and then the OG show Monday night. Binks, if you're in the chat, obviously 114, come round and see me. That'd be good to see Tuesday. If anyone's got a ticket for Tuesday and you want to come round, shake my hand. Be always a pleasure to see everyone. It'd be an absolutely amazing. Blessed to you all, people. And I'm out of here. Go over and show Northside some love. Thank you once again. Be safe. Lynch, you said it, brother. Come on, you Gunners. Big up to everyone.